This heartwarming and excruciatingly painful and gut-wrenching film has taught me so much about the Spanish language as well as the world we live in. Let's get into it. Hola, buenos, me llamo daljiimarax. If you are new here, we're learning Spanish together, okay? If not, welcome back. Vamos a comenzar. Alright, I'm gonna quickly give y'all a little background on this movie. It follows the lives of 3 different sets of people, but the movie is called Abdul, and it's about a little boy from a small village in Cameroon who has to escape Cameroon and try to get to Spain because him and his little sister witnessed a poacher killing elephants, and their mom ended up getting killed, so they tried to escape to Spain. They got into the inside of a plane. Unfortunately, his sister died of frostbite, so then the plane lands in Senegal instead of Spain, so then he ends up going to like a detention center there and meets this other boy who kind of acts as his older brother, and they try to get over to the border to go to Spain. Another family is this man that lives in Spain, and he's trying to stop the poachers from killing the elephants in Cameroon, but they end up killing like one of the most important elephants before he could, I guess, get involved. So then they're trying to send him back to Spain because they're like, they don't fuck with you no more over here. And then another situation is about basically this cop that witnesses his other colleague kill like a native person to Africa, the African country. And there's a case going on, it's going viral on the internet, say everybody like F the police, and he has to decide whether he's going to be honest about what actually went down or make face so that he keeps his job and keeps the reputation of the police force basically together. So it follows 3 different stories. It's all in Africa and Spain, because if you're not aware, Morocco and Spain basically meet. All the white people there are from Spain, so they're speaking a lot of Spanish. And in addition to being very, inspired by this film, I also learned a lot about the language. So I want to tell you all about that. Alright, so remember at the beginning when I told you that one of the Africans died on the hands of a cop. And when the cop died, he said, llama a cos, or llama a cos. I don't know how to say that in Spanish, which is like they're like police, they're army force, whatever the case may be, because the guy was dead, and one of the other cops was like I'm calling them cops, but they're more like army type people than everyday cops, was doing chest compressions, and he said, llama a cos, so call the COS. And I never know how to say like call somebody in Spanish, so that was really like, cool, okay, I learned how to say that. So that was one of the new phrases that I've added to my vocabulary itinerary. Next we have punta grande. I love learning cuss words in Spanish. I think this is like one of my favorite categories of things to learn, because you gotta learn how to talk every day. It's like you're never gonna always be sweet and have a nice conversation. You gotta learn how to cuss somebody else sometimes. So this means effing great. Okay, I'm gonna hit censor for the case of YouTube, but this happened like in the story when I told you that the cop killing the person went viral on the internet, and all the other cops, so they was back at the station trying to figure out like, what we gonna do. One of them was like, punta grande. Okay, so I'm like, yes, I would probably remember that one before any other one. Okay, and the cop was trying to like tell them like, don't worry about it, like it's going to blow over, people don't care, we not seeing shit of what really happened, I don't give a fuck what y'all witnessed. Punta final, which means end of story. So if you ever like having a conversation with somebody and they just trying to drag it on, if you done with the conversation, punta final, okay? It's a done deal, baby. We over this conversation. Stop worrying about it. Period. Punta final. Alright, so the guy who was trying to stop the people from killing the elephants, he has a daughter that was in Madrid, España, and she was getting in trouble over there. She was over there doing drugs and alcohol and just being rebellious. So she had to come down there to Cameroon with him. And he was on the phone asking like, recibió sus vacunas, which is, does she have her vaccinations? And I think this is very important to know, not just for like fun and just to know Spanish, but if you're going to Spanish speaking countries and they may require a vaccine depending on the country you're coming to, Or maybe like, for example, I went to Peru, and if you're going to be out like doing like outdoorsy stuff, sometimes they recommend you get vaccines for something, and not even just Peru, but other South American and Central American countries. Some of them, it might be a requirement to get a vaccination, or just recommended based on the activities and just the life there, depending on the country that you're coming from. So understanding how to say, understand vacunas, which is vaccinations, that's important. So I'm like, okay, if I ever have to like fill out a paperwork, or I get to the airport and they're asking me for my vaccinations, I know what they're talking about. Because when I was in Peru last year and I had to sign out fill out paperwork when I was getting my COVID test and all that, I could not read that damn paperwork. I never even thought like, hey, one day you might have to fill out paperwork in Spanish. Like, that never crossed my mind. So understanding vacunas, I'm telling y'all, that's going to be very important if you plan on visiting Spanish-speaking countries. The guy who was too late to find the elephant that was killed, they were like, okay, you suck at your job. You need to take your ass back to Spain. Take your ass back to your country, because they don't want you over here. They're not extending your visa. None of that. His boss was trying to tell you. He was like, nah, I ain't listening to you, girl. Like, I'm coming up in here. This is my job. This is what I came here for. I ain't going back to Spain. And she was like, they matarán, which is, they're going to kill you. Like, the people here don't fuck with you. You over here are supposed to be protecting you Europeans coming to this country thinking that y'all making life better for us. And you're not. She tried to warn them. They matarán, okay? You either go back to Spain or it's done for you. He didn't want to listen. He did not want to listen, okay? And then, go back to the story about the dad and his daughter. Remember, she had to come down there because she was out in Madrid being a little rebel, smoking weed and all that. And he was suspecting, like, you know, was you smoking weed around there? Because she was acting all weird and distant from him. So I think he was like going through her stuff, like, you smoking weed? She was like, no, I'm not. Olelo, which is like smell it, like smell my stuff. Like, so if you ever, you know, might be getting caught up with some illegal substances, olelo, you might need to know how to say smell it or smell or something in Spanish. I feel like that was very important. Like, baby, I'm telling you, if you ever